Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. Today, I promised you a couple weeks ago, I was going to show you how to make lard. I've shown you some of it, but not all of it. Now you're going to need to add about 2 tablespoons of water into a pot. About 2 tablespoons is all you need. I'm not kidding, just about 2 tablespoons is all you need. Now, why are we using water in here? So when the fat starts to melt, it doesn't burn on the bottom. That's the whole object of this. Hold on a minute, my pressure cooker's done. I'm venting it now. They say the best fat to get is pork, but we're a beef country, so beef might be a little more easy to get a hold of. I've got over 3 pounds of it right here. I'm going to show you how to can it, cook it down, and everything else. I've done a slight video, but I really didn't show you the full steps of what you do. So this one will be more in-depth. It should be defrosted, believe you me. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut this in small pieces. The smaller the pieces, the more fat we can get off. The bigger the pieces, the less you're going to get. I believe there is a madness to this, as they say. Now we're going to get some particles from it, but we'll strain it and get it all out. And you'll have pure lard. And this is what women cooked with. Now lard has a lot of nutrients in it, especially those oil ones that we have. So the fat is very healthy for you, though people say no. You can use shortening, but I've been using lard since I found a place that I could get it, which made me very happy. We're going to can it. I have some cans already, but as you can see, I'm cutting them in really small pieces. I have used it to grease my bread pans. I've used it to braise, or better known as, you would know it if you're not somebody who really cooks, to brown the meat. It gives good flavor to it. I have done muffins and I've greased the pans with lard that I've made. It gives you no problems. And this is a lot cheaper, and you get more than buying the shortening. So it's also very economical. I've got to take the lid off and get my jars out, and I will be right back. Okay, back to making lard. So when you have it in small pieces, the other one I showed, I had them in big pieces because they were frozen. There was no way I could cut them, so I decided this time I would defrost it and show you. I picked it up yesterday, and it's really, it was really hard. So this is nice that you can do it. Like I said, if you can make your own baking powder, your sugars, cake flour and stuff, you save yourself a lot of money because you can buy in the bulk the regular stuff and then do it. And I'm not saying that you need 50 pounds or something. No, you don't need that. You have 20 pounds. I bought 20 pounds of sugar last year. I had It's been a whole year, almost a year and a half, and I still haven't finished it, and I just started buying some more. As much as you think everything is sweet, and I'm using a ton of sugar, I'm really not. Though it looks like it. Because as soon as you see dessert, you say, oh, that's 4 or 5 cups of sugar. No, it's not. Now, if I make cakes all the time, yeah, I would be going through a lot. Oh, this is a big piece. See, I'll show you. It's so big I had to cut it in half. Now I know you see some meat on it, but don't worry about it. That will get hard and we'll strain it and it'll all come out. And if you wish to snack on it, you can. It's crunchy. It's different. But children did that before. And another thing is we were not fat. Obesity in this country is unbelievable now. And that comes from poor eating. That's the marking of the beef. When they butcher the cattle and all and skin it, they have to mark it. So, as far as I'm concerned, something's going terribly wrong about the food that we're eating. I can't wait to try to fry French fries in this. It's been many years. Because I remember my grandmother canning chickens and all of that. Grandpa was a hunter. My father was. So just imagine if you get the fat from the venison and all, and the animals. The flavors you get, the combinations. So they didn't waste anything. They couldn't afford it. And antlers were used for hat racks, or to put your gun over the fireplace and stuff. Remember, I was at a hunting camp, so I know some of these things. I have a full pot. I won't have to buy this for a while, but I figured I'd go through the whole steps this time because I might not be making this for a while. Another thing I do is can is I buy dry beans and I store them. So if I want to make a dish or something, I have them right there. And beans last a long time. Even the American Indians, they would kill bears. I mean beer. I'm going to be using that soon in a recipe. They were killing bears, hunting them down, and they took their fat and they rendered it. They also told them how the weather was going to be, according to how I had the book on it, but it's gone. Another book that was missing was how to, if you use bear fat, how you could tell how the fat would actually tell you how the weather was going to be. Was it going to be a cold winter or not? There were many different ways nature tells us what's going on. So you see this on it? Those are just the numbers and everything written on it, so they know when it was slaughtered, where it was slaughtered, and stuff. If nothing else, your hands will be nice and soft when you're done. See, these are skills that a lot of people have lost. A couple of generations and it's gone. Ask people to cook a cake 20 years old who their mothers used instant. That's all they know. Or their mother buys it. They wouldn't know how. If anything happens, we need to know a lot of these skills. Look, you're going to have to, that's right, you're going to cut. I was blessed that I had so many generations around me that I could sit there and take from all of them. Because when my mother canned, she had to have special, she had her canning equipment, then she had to have her wax, special pots that she used for the wax, because every time she made something, she was having to do that. My grandmother had those big jars that you put a rubber on and you just lock it down. So, there's a lot of different ways. Canning has come a long, long way. But I still sit there and say, if I can and I don't put preservatives in it, then why do companies have to put preservatives in their food that they sell to the public? I have real questions. Let me wash my hands and we'll get this going. Now I'm going to show you the flame. Let me move this over here. I want you to see how low this flame is going to be. This is going to be in parts because it's going to take a while for all of that to melt. And I have other things I have to do. All right, now that's a high flame. See that flame? You can leave it on a low flame, just like that, and it slowly, the water will evaporate, and the fat will melt and take the place of the water. But the water is there to actually to prevent it from burning. Move, Taffy. Come on, move, move. So I'm not even putting a lid on it. I'm leaving it like that because the water is going to evaporate. The pieces of meat that you saw will cook and it'll become crunchy. And if you wish to munch on it, if children want to chew on it, go ahead and let them after it's thoroughly cooked. But that's after we get further into this. But that's going to be there for hours and it's slowly going to melt. Okay? And I'll be back in part 2 on this.